Okay, so this is part 5 of our head build for XUD11. Part 4 was just basically getting the head off to MJ Engineering, get those pre-cups sorted out and have it a skim. I had a good wash as well, which is quite handy. So this is all about port matching, doing some head work, which perhaps wouldn't normally be done on an ordinary head rebuild. If you're just rebuilding a basic head to go back on a car, then you probably skip a step and just start rebuilding the head. So what have we got here? Well, to demonstrate, I have started a little bit. As you can see in here, there's some marks already going on in there. Now the principle of this is that you want the ports here on the manifold, this is the exhaust manifold, to match the ports coming out the head. The same would be true of the inlets and the inlet manifold, which I'll do later on. Now the simplest way of doing that is to match it with your gasket. So you get a new gasket and you line it up to your head, and then you grind out those ports to the size of the gasket holes, and then you do the same on the exhaust side, and then you'll know by the fact that you've matched that hole on there to there and to there that you'll have no ridges, no steps, etc., and you will have port matched those two. Now there's a couple of obviously basic ways of doing this. Essentially this is what I'm going to be using. It's just basically a Dremel. Well, it's not a Dremel, but you know what I mean. Now the bits you're using is quite important. So this is just a normal grinding stone. This actually goes into a drill. I'm trying to focus on that, it's not doing very well, I'm afraid. Now as you can see, it's pretty much ruined. Now I've done that on purpose, really. That stone is not for aluminium. That's what happens, it clogs, and actually it can overheat, it could even explode, it could be pretty dangerous. So you don't want to use one of those aluminium. However, this would work lovely on this, which is just steel, just cast. So what you have to buy is you have to buy some of these, which are proper like die grinder bits, special metal. They don't cost too much money, but you'll need these, and then they fly through the aluminium, no problem at all. So that's what I've got, and quite a low speed on the Dremel. And I'll keep going nice and gently. You don't want to go too far. Keep going until those ports are matched to the gasket, which then match to the exhaust manifold, and I'll do all on the inlet. So there's a fair bit of work to do. Also what will be done is a little bit of work on the ports inside where there are ridges and casting marks that could interrupt the airflow, so we can improve on those as well. So obviously safety as well, make sure you're wearing some goggles. There's loads of bits you can actually see just inside that port. I've only done a little bit, and you can see all the little shards of metal inside there. Inside there, wherever they are, all those bits of metal that obviously they're hot metal just flying around. So wear some protection, wear some gloves, and wear some eye protection for this. So let's stop blabbing and get on with it. Okay, so there we have it, one clean head. I've just gone and blasted off the head and the inlet and the exhaust manifolds, and just because of my levels of OCD, I've just gone over the lapping once again. Hopefully you can see some of the nice porting marks on there. Not the best in the world, I probably could have gone on a little bit further, but they're pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy with those, and they match up nicely. So there we have it. That was part 5. Port matching and head work, and next part 6 is where we actually see some progress and we'll start rebuilding the head. So I'm really looking forward to that, putting things back together again. So for now, subscribe if you like it and you want to see the rest of this build and the results, and otherwise part 6, here we come. Ciao.